I'd like to keep this short. However, it's a long story. So 15 years ago, I discovered this island. It was 18 years ago. I discovered this island. 15 years ago was the first attempt. I lived here for a short while, and then I went back to Chicagoland because my mother was ill. I was able to visit my mother for a couple years before she passed away on Christmas Day 2011. I immediately moved here with my dog who had cancer, and my dog passed away 1 year later, Christmas Day on 2012. And I did have a place to stay. I did have a job. I was working to do remodeling, and I did a live-work situation. That's what drew me to the island, was that 15 years ago, I was able to locate places where I could stay, work, fix up the place, make it all nice and wham shabam, and skedoodle to the next place. The island was full of opportunity. All I needed to do was show up and work. And landed this place that I'm in right now 8 years ago, and I've been here since. Now, things are not the same on the island. Things have changed drastically as they've changed everywhere in the world. So the landlord that I've had for the last 8 years, I've been able to work here, to do work for her, property maintenance. So basically I've been into property maintenance my whole career, and remodeling, refinishing, and restoration. Now at 60, I just can't do it anymore. My shoulder's shot, my foot shot, my back is long gone. I haven't been able to actually run for 20 years. My back has pinched nerves. I have sciatic running down my leg constantly. Just learn to live with it and deal with it. I keep working anyway, but now at 60, that fight is slowing down big time. And now I'm realizing I just cannot do the work I used to do. The body won't let me. The mind tells me, do it. The body says, that ain't happening. I'm putting all my work history behind me now. All that I've been able to do does not work on my resume anymore. I am starting literally all over again at 60 years old. I've done this so many times, it hasn't been a problem because I had youthful vigor and strength. Now I just can't do this anymore. This is work I can't perform. I have to shift gears, but I'm learning how to adapt and to make this thing happen. Basically, my living expenses, my food, my gas, my electricity, the power, water, that will stay the same. Now my cost of rent, realistically, my living expenses will go up approximately $700 to $800. That's really the extent of the amount more that I will be paying each month. I've been living off of $1,500 a month, if you can believe it or not, for a very long time, and I have everything I've needed. But the landlord refuses to get work done for me. The sands are shifting, and there is no work on the island whatsoever. There's very little resources here. The friends that I have made here are fending for themselves. There's nothing to offer. There's much more opportunity to where I plan on moving. It's just the cost of getting there, and that I don't have. That I cannot supply on myself, for myself, this time around. I'm at the end of being able to do service and labor work, construction, and the things that I've been doing my whole life. So I have to readapt to a whole new lifestyle. Simplification is fine with me. I'm all about that. I live very regimented. I eat well. I cook all my own meals. I regiment pretty much every detail of my life. So my way of living is really simple. That's why I moved to the island, so I could simplify my life and get rid of everything. So I got rid of everything when I first moved out here. What I couldn't sell, I gave away. Now I've been here 12 years, and in this location 8 years. I've acquired so much stuff for my little 260 square foot place. I don't need. There's nothing to do on this island. There's literally nothing to do on this island. There's no one to meet. There's no one to go. I have met pretty much everyone on the island. It's a small island. There is nothing here for me. What I came here for 12 years ago is long gone. The lockdowns completely messed up everything for a lot of people and completely destroyed my plans, which I had set up for several years, the plans I had for coming here. They've got all shifted around, and what I came here for is no longer here. There's no more opportunity, and where I go next is going to cost not much more, but it's going to cost up front, which I don't have. And that's the problem. I don't have what they need for me to move. It's a social credit score system now. They go by zip code. If you don't live in the proper zip code, you won't find employment in that area. That's how they regiment it, and the credit score. I had excellent credit before I came here. I paid off close to $40,000 of several car loans and a few other cash loans. I had really good credit, but I hit 40. That's when my back went out, and I realized I could not keep that lifestyle going any longer. So I began to downsize. I began to sell things. I began to give away the second thing of things, selling and giving away and downsizing. I began downsizing when I was about 42 years old to give and sell everything I didn't need. And I've been living that lifestyle ever since. Whenever I get too much stuff, it seems the winds will change and I will give it all away. Change is constant in my life, and I don't mind it. Just as this guy over here, this guy right here, he's all about change, and I'm all about change too, you know. And that's where I'm at again, but this time I'm really not prepared. I don't have the same set of skills that I used to have. I can't perform on the level that I need to in order to have a job in the field that I'm used to being in. So I'll be moving into more of a customer service role, if you will, and my pay will be going down as it's been going over the years, lower and lower and lower. Now I'll just be working more. I don't mind. Work is good. That's the problem with the island. There's nothing to do here. I'm drying up. My whole entire being is just becoming a void. I'm not meeting people. I'm completely alone. I've met my friend once this year and a couple of guys for a beer once this year. Other than I haven't seen anybody since November. I don't see anybody on the island. I see cars drive by, but that's it. There's nothing to do here. You'd have to know to be here what it's like. It's different than it was when I came here, and that's just it. What I came here for is gone. Things have changed. I didn't see this coming as fast as I needed to see it coming. And now I don't know what to do. I am at an end where I cannot supply for myself for the first time in my life. I cannot provide enough for myself. That is, I can, but the next move I make is going to cost me a substantial amount of down payment because of my credit score. Because I got out of the credit system years ago, and I haven't had debt for 18 years. And silly me, had I just been paying off a credit card all this time, while I was working, I could have had outstanding credit, but I wanted out of it. I wanted nothing to do with it. And I don't know. It seems like it's all dragging me back in again. I mean, I have to make a move. There's no work here. I have to move where the work is, and I have to get a place where I work. And finding those places now are very difficult. But the prices are going up all crazy instantly every day. Now I have to try to, it's a sink or swim. I have to try to jump back in to to this lifestyle that I tried to get away from. I don't mind it. I like working, and I'm actually really excited about it. I've been praying for a long time. God needed to change me. I saw this coming, but it happened way too fast on me this time. I, I, I can't adjust fast enough. There's too much for one person to try to assimilate. I can do it, and I will do it when I get there. I love working, and I'll make it happen when I get there. But getting there is the problem. The whole credit score system, the whole zip code system, where you need to be in the location where your vocation and your location are hand in hand. You can't find an apartment unless you work in the area. So trying to find work in the area, you need to have an address in the area. You have to apply for everything online now, and the first thing they ask is your zip code, your location. I need to find out how to get into there. I need help to try to get myself back into the workplace, back into a place where I'm moving again, where I'm meeting people again, where I'm part of community again, where I can associate with people and find and just have access to people again. I am so far removed now that I'm probably becoming socially dysfunctional as the rest of society, and I don't want that. And God doesn't want that for me. And I know that. And I believe that change is coming. And I accept the change. And I want the change. I need the change because I need to get back with people again. Being alone is very difficult. Very difficult. It's different than feeling lonely. Everybody feels lonely. But living alone, making every decision, every micro decision, every macro decision, every decision you make, you have to think it out all the time by yourself without bouncing it off of anybody. It plays circles in your mind. And I didn't have any problem with that for years because I was strong and I was working, and I didn't mind, being alone with my thoughts. In fact, I wanted to get away from all the noise and everything, so I could be alone with my thoughts for a while, so I could find God, so I could find me, so I could find peace, and I did. I got a whole lot being here. I learned a lot and I grew a lot, and now I've come to that end where things have changed to such a degree that the ground is turning to sand beneath me, and all access to people and work and just love and being around things is gone. It's not here anymore. It's a very wealthy island. There's a lot of wealthy people here that have their careers and they're retired, most of them, a lot of them, and they have their nice mansions here. And then the other extreme is people like myself that live a simple life, that don't acquire all those things. You got a house across the street that has spent $10,000, $15,000, $100,000 on their fence, and you have a guy who pulled up their trailer back in 1969 and hasn't touched the property since. There's this great economy on it, but it's very extreme. It's very wealthy and very not wealthy. And I'm in the not wealthy category, and I didn't mind it. But things have changed so fast that those things that were here just aren't here any longer. I have to adjust, and I'm willing to adjust, and I'm ready to adjust, and I want to get back in the game, and I want to play and fight some more. But I can't do it here, and I need to make a shift, and I need help and asking for help. For the first time since my DTS class with whyme back in 1995, this is the first time I've ever felt I needed, and I do need help. I have a lot to still do, and I don't want to lose what I've gained, and I don't know God's plan, but there's definitely a plan going on here. Things are changing, and I know it's good, and I accept it, and I want it, and I'm ready to rumble with it. But making the next step to get there, I don't have that. My finances are too short to make that transition. So I'm asking you all to consider what you can do and know that I'm hopeful, and I do believe that this change is totally for the best, and it's a good thing. And I've been waiting for this and praying for this for a long time, and this is the change that I need, and I'm embracing it, and I know it's coming. I have plans when I make this move, and I just hope that they all come to fruition, and if they do, things will be well, and I do believe things will be well right after this transition, and I'm believing all of it is for the good. And I don't know, it's just too much, though. It's just a lot to take in right now. I have to move on the dime. I have to do this by myself. I have quite a bit more to get rid of, a lot of baggage to drop. I want to simplify again. Chances are I might be living in my car next week. I am actually literally planning for that, and to find a job while I live in my car. If need be, I'm there. Whatever it takes. Wherever God leads, I'm going. And however it works, I literally don't know. That's, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. Not in the slightest bit. I'm petrified. I am literally losing my mind over this. My thoughts keep rolling around and round and round, and there's nowhere for them to go and no one to share this with. I can't wait to get back into life again, where I can meet and learn and grow with people again. There's a blessing in solitude, but to a point, no one can do it for too long. I've been here 12 years. I've been here 8 years, and that's been really tough, challenging. I've grown, but I can't do it this way anymore. There's nothing growing anymore, and what I have gained, I can feel it dying inside me, like I did 15 years ago when I moved out here. This is all happening again. That realization that inside, if you stay in this place, you will dry up, and I am drying up, and it is killing me, and I need a change, and I am asking for help to make this transition, which I know is good, and I know it's going to be awesome. I just don't know where or how. God is in control, and I hope and pray for the best there. Like I said, this is not a short story. There's many moving parts, but they're all inside here, and I just can't do it this way anymore. I wish I could. I love it here, but there's nothing here. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say it. I say it a million times that I need help before I just dry up inside, and I'm dying here alone, and I can't be here alone anymore. And God doesn't want me to be alone. And I know you don't want me to be alone, and I don't want to be alone, and we're all in agreement that John should not be alone anymore. Rescue Vagabond John from the island. He needs to live again because he's dying inside. Probably can't tell by looking, but inside, I'm dying. And I don't want to die this way. And I embrace the change no matter where it may be, no matter what it may look like. I don't know how it will work, but I know it will work. So let's rescue Vagabond John from the island. Thank you, whatever you can do. I love you and appreciate you. Let me know. I'm gonna go. Love you. Bye-bye.